Close Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Briggs versus Maxwell. You've been dating 1 year, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And why did you bring your boyfriend here?
I brought him here because I need someone to help me crack this case on whether he is the perfect guy or the perfect cheater.
And Mr. Maxwell, why are you here?
I want to prove to her that I'm not lying, that I'm not a cheater, and give her assurance, you know, so that way we could just move forward.
But you've only been together a year. If it ain't good the first year, I'm kind of concerned about what it looks like 2 years from now.
I need to find out if he's telling the truth. He's very convincing. Like, he acts like nothing is happening. You ask him a question, he knows nothing about it, even though everything points to him knowing. If I find out today that he's lying, that's it, I'm done.
All right. So what is on the line here is your relationship. Either you're in or you out.
It's either we right or we not.
And you understand that if it comes back that you have cheated, she's gone.
That's what she says, yeah.
I know what she said. I asked you, did you understand?
Yeah, I
you see how
understand
he
it.
answers questions?
Nah, I get it. I mean, I get what she's saying, you know.
Well, Miss Briggs, here's what I want to know. How did you all become a couple? Tell me about how you met.
I met him at a friend's gathering, and I noticed him. He had like a nice little swag or whatever. He came over, we talked, and one thing went to another. We went out. He used to pay me like compliments. I mean, just the way he carried himself. That's why I said, like, he knows what to do. So he just made me believe that chivalry wasn't dead.
All right, Mr. Maxwell, what do you remember about the first time you saw her?
I mean, it's exactly like what she said. We met like through a mutual friend. And when I seen her, I mean, she's beautiful. I mean, just look at her. She's very beautiful.
You were a little reluctant to, step to her?
Nah, not at all. I'm not reluctant to step to any female.
Look at this.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
But it's more so like, look at her, I need to have her in my life. So I had to step to her. After like getting to talk to her and getting to know her, I mean, she's a really humble spirit. She put a lot of people in front of her. And that's just like some of the qualities that I really admire about her.
On our first date, like, he kind of planned this whole thing. We went and we had dinner. And even during the dinner, he was telling me how, like, I was wifey material, and he's saying all the right things.
Right.
And so, I was into that. And then afterwards, we went to this reggae club. And, I'm like dancing, doing all this stuff, like showing him my Beyonce or whatever. And he's just like, hey. He is just like doing his little two-step the whole time. But I mean, it was all good. It was a nice little time. And I mean, that's really where we started vibing. And
okay, so she said on the first date, you popped out with you wifey material. That's strong, man.
No, I mean, you don't understand. Like, she looks amazing, right?
Absolutely.
Standing next to me, I look even better just having a woman like this next to you. Okay. See, there you go, right there.
I feel you.
How good he look just because you next to him?
Yeah.
I had to have her.
Okay.
So, she said it was a nice night out. Man, that night was more than just a nice night. It was like it was a magical night. That's how I remember it.
Oh.
So I just knew at that moment, like, all right, I gotta have this woman even more, so.
Okay, so,
I'm sorry, love. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I see the smiles on your faces as you talk about the past, but when we open this case, you look mad and you look mad. So I want to know what brought us to where we're standing here today.
I have suspected that he has been cheating. He's done some things that has made me feel that way. And it started by last July. We went to a club, and afterwards, everyone decided to go back to his house. When everybody got there, and my friend told me, she was like, oh, you need to go check on Mr. Maxwell. So I went into the room, and there's this girl sitting on his bed. And I'm like, is he in the bathroom? And so she was like, yeah, he's in the bathroom. So I knock on the bathroom door, and it took him a minute. He opened the door. And, I'm just trying to be like a nice girl and just see if my man is okay. And so we both come out the room, me and him. Okay. The girl is still in the room.
You found a woman sitting on his bed.
Yes, like by the headboard.
Is she dressed? Is she not dressed? Is she partially
Yeah, she's
dressed?
fully dressed.
I mean, it was a bunch of people in my house. I mean, some girls there, they did like me. It was some that liked me, but I wasn't obligated to.
But we need to know about the girl in the bed.
Right.
Did she like you?
She liked me too.
Okay.
She did. I mean,
How did she end up on your bed?
she walked in there.
Where were you? Were you in the room?
I was in the bathroom.
Okay, so did you know she was in the bedroom?
No, I didn't.
All right.
That wasn't the bad part though. So we're in the kitchen, and this girl, she says this comment like, "You're doing too much."
What does she mean by that?
Exactly. That's where all of this starts. Okay, so I'm asking the girl like, what is she, are you talking to me? Are you talking to him? Who are you talking to? Because I don't even know, like, how are you in our business?
Right.
And I literally asked her, I was like, are you sleeping with him?
Oh,
And she
you
was
just
like,
went straight there.
No. I looked him dead in his face and I said, why is she saying this?
And I stood back.
And he said, I don't know.
I
don't know why she's saying this.
Okay, but what does that mean, you doing too much? What were you doing? What were you doing?
Long story short, she never explained that night why she said that. He never explained that night why she said that.
The other girl was making it seem like I was in a relationship with the girl that was sitting on my bed, and I wasn't. I mean, not at all. But she was making it seem like, oh, you supposed to be with her or he's supposed to be with her. But I didn't get that news.
All right, so is this the only incident that you have?
No, he ended up giving me his password to his phone. I gave him my password to my phone. So after that, it was cool. It was like back to how it was.
Because you're figuring if he's giving me the password to his phone, he's an open book.
Yes. Then all of a sudden again, like just randomly, I would walk in the room and he would clearly be on his phone texting. And when he seen me walk in, he just put it down.
Is it possible he was just texting his friends and just when he came in, he wanted to turn his attention to you?
But here's my thing with a phone, all right? One is my phone.
All right.
Right? I pay the bill on this phone, and if I want to text somebody on it, I text somebody on it. If I want to call somebody on it, I'll call somebody on it.
Was there anything in the phone that you shouldn't find?
No, it's nothing in the phone that she got the password. She ain't gonna find nothing in my phone. Question. How long have you guys been married?
28 years.
28 years.
28 years you've been married, right?
Yeah.
And I'm quite sure those 28 years, you ain't been happy the whole 28 years, right?
Oh, I have been.
Yeah, okay. Right. See,
The whole time.
so
I'm
the
teasing.
goal to a successful marriage is to try to stay happy, right? So why would you look for something to be unhappy?
So you're not questioning why she's looking in your phone. You're questioning why she's looking
I don't think
for
she want to be
anything.
happy. She don't want to be happy.
That is one situation. Another situation,
All right.
I spent the night over there, and it must have been about 2 a.m. I see this light from the wall blinking up. He's laid over the bed, like looking on his phone. Like his head is clearly off of the bed. So I'm like, I try to get to see what he was doing, and he instantly like turned it down so I can't see the light anymore. But I mean, I didn't say anything. I just act like I was just turning, like in my sleep or whatever.
Right.
So a couple of days later, I went in the phone and I opened the phone. The password still worked. And I see all of these social media, like different apps.
Okay.
And so I tried to open the apps and he had it logged off. So I don't know his username or passwords to these social media apps. But I have a friend that knows everything about social media.
Okay.
So she goes on there in less than 30 minutes.
See, again, we looking to be unhappy.
She finds a profile of his on a dating site. And I have the screenshot that she sent, if I could submit it.
Ron, would you please pick that up for us?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, boy. It says Max.
Right.
Do you go by Max at times?
Yep.
Is that you?
That's me.
Okay. Age 31?
See, there we go right there. I'm not 31. It's old. That stuff is old.
Wait a minute. This looks very similar to some of the pictures we've been flashing up of you all, your couple pictures.
It's me.
This is you on your dating profile, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you put up one of the pictures that you submitted to the court? Mm-hmm. That's you two together, right?
Glasses.
Them ain't the same glasses. They both Gucci shades, but they ain't the same one.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at them. Go in a close-up.
Please.
Those are the same glasses.
Help us.
I got more than one pair of Gucci shades. Look at the Gucci frame up here, and then look on the side. Go closer. Y'all ain't about to catch me up on that.
Okay, but is that the same hat?
You know how many hats I got?
I don't know how many, but I'm asking you about this hat.
Nope. It can't be.
Well, why still have it up all these years?
I don't have it up. They got it up. I don't
When
control
was the last time you used this dating profile?
I don't use it.
So it's just out there.
I guess so.
This guy right here, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
All right, Mr. Maxwell and Ms. Briggs, at this time, the court would like to call cybersecurity expert Gregory Evans. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Evans into the courtroom? Yes, Ron.
Hello, Your Honors.
Hello. How are you, Mr. Evans?
Good to see you.
Doing great yourselves.
All right.
All right.
Mr. Evans, you
Yeah.
had access to Mr. Maxwell's phone, is that correct?
Yes.
And what kind of things can you get from phones?
Oh, we can get text messages, emails, videos, pictures. Anything that's ever been on a phone can be retrieved.
Even if it's deleted?
Even if it's deleted. That's where forensics comes in.
What did you uncover, Mr. Evans?
If you go to the home page on the iPhone and use your thumb and swipe down, it shows the apps that you use the most on there.
Okay.
That's universal. On his, it showed that he uses Mail, Notes, Tinder, and a new one I never heard of, Soul Swipe.
Soul Swipe.
What is Soul Swipe?
It's their definition, and
Wow.
here's the evidence for that, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you.
The definition is Soul Swipe, black dating.
Whoa.
Mr. Maxwell, are you a participating member in Soul Swipe?
Or Tinder?
No, I'm not.
Can you explain why they come up as one of your top 4?
Because he probably put it on there. I didn't do that.
Exactly.
Okay, so
We use forensics.
Okay.
And we use forensic software. See, computers don't lie.
It
shows his device name, his EMI name, the serial number to his phone, the firmware in his phone. So we were able to look at all the apps that was on his phone.
Okay.
So, and we're also able to see apps that was deleted. But these ones were not deleted, and it still showed that these were the top 2 on his phone. If we were to add these apps like he's claiming, we would have needed his iCloud password to go into the Apple Store to download them. Well, what was funny is when I was going through his phone, I just received it from the court, and I did ask for the iCloud username and password. He said he couldn't find the iCloud username and password, he forgot it. So he gave us 5 passwords, none of them worked. So I'm just looking through the phone, and I'm looking through his notes. Now, an hour before he turned in the phone, he had just put a brand new note in of a restaurant, a popular restaurant here, right? I got out of that note, went back into another note, came back out, that note was deleted. And I was like, what happened to that note? One of my team members says, well, when I went in there to talk to him, it looked like he was logged in to his iCloud account. And he might have been deleted. I just know one thing, that note was there, and then it wasn't there.
I had one note that said the name of a restaurant because I wanted to go eat at a restaurant and somebody told me about it. I put the note in there to remember the name of the restaurant.
But Mr. Evans, if you had the phone,
Where's the guilt
how
in
else
that?
could it have been deleted?
By being logged into the iCloud account using the password he said he couldn't remember.
How can I
and
log
delete
into
it
it
from
when I
there?
got my phone?
Can you log in from another device?
Yeah, you can log in from anything. You just go to iCloud.com and just log in with your email address and your password to your iCloud account.
Mr. Maxwell, did you delete that information from the phone?
No, everything that he said is hearsay speculation on what anybody could do.
No, the only person
that
who
is.
gets to make that
That's
decision
hearsay.
is me
The only
and
person-
him. Mr. Culler's question to you was, did you delete it?
No, I did not. It's a restaurant. Why would I delete a restaurant?
We don't know.
I don't either.
I mean, this is what I deal with all the time. Every time we have a situation, he's always backpedaling, skating around what it really is when all the proof is right there.
All right, Ms. Briggs, we're going to get you some additional information because we had Mr. Maxwell to sit down with the certified polygraph examiner. Are you ready for the results?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. There you go, love.
Mr. Maxwell, you were asked, prior to July 2016, had you had sex with a woman who was sitting on your bed during your party? And you answered no. The lie detector determined that you were being deceptive.
What's going through your mind?
Just the fact, like, you act like you did not know what was going on. Nothing.
I did not know her until after that.
My
Like, that was her first
What,
time
did she have a
meeting that
trash bag on? Like, really?
All right, well, Ms. Briggs and Mr. Maxwell, we have a second question. Mr. Maxwell, you were asked, have you had any sexual intercourse with other women while dating Ms. Briggs? And you answered no. The lie detector determined that you were being deceptive.
Okay.
No, I'm telling the truth.
We're done. We're done.
Our court offers resources to you so you can figure out how to move positively forward.
Because you need to change your ways so that neither one of you is cheated out of an opportunity for a great relationship. Court is adjourned.